This podcast includes explicit language and sensitive topics that some may find offensive.
All views expressed belong to the individual speaking and not a representation of any entity that we have been, am now, or will be affiliated with. It's your chance to back out now.
That being said, if not,
enjoy the show.
Previously on the Black Man Misunderstood.
You don't move from place to place. My mother's a drug addict.
Black man, misunderstood.
It's your boy Mike B.
In the neighborhood therapist. What up? Welcome to the Black Man Misunderstood. Here we discuss topics about the Black man that others are afraid to speak on. I am your host, the neighborhood therapist, and this is episode 4 of season 3. And as always, I am joined by my brother, Mike B.
Yeah.
And this is What is a Man? Straight out the gate, Mike. What is your definition?
Ooh. This thing has changed over the years, man. But I think to sum it up for me, a man, I would say the definition of a man is someone who does everything. No, I'm saying that wrong. Let me fix it. Definition of a man is someone who lives up to his responsibilities to the best of his abilities in his moment in life. Definition of man. I think that's the best way to go about it. Yeah.
Okay, I ain't got no beef with that. My definition is ever changing, like you said, but I'm ready to stand on a man is a being that protects, provides, and understands when to play his role properly.
Ooh, see, you went into specifics, and I like that. I kept it broader, but I like that.
That last part, though, a lot of alpha males ain't gonna like it.
Nope,
they're not gonna like that. But that's my definition. I'm standing on it. I said what I said.
All right. I respect it though. I like that definition a lot though.
That's how I'm coming, man. So I want to know something though.
All right, what's up?
Does sexuality make you more or less of a man?
In all honesty, no. I think that's just a part of the definition of what a man is. Like, you can't specifically say there's one sexuality way to be a man. I feel like we covered in our two definitions, even though I was a little bit more vague and you were very specific with the words that you chose. I feel as though that represents the more definition of a man, and it shows the different facets of him and the different sides, instead of just sticking them to one box. Because I said to the best of his abilities. You said for the roles that he needs to fit, right? So it's like we said in the beginning, it's an ever-changing, ever-evolving definition, even though technically when you think about it, the definition, it's not really changing. It's how we perceive it.
Mm-hmm. No, I gotta agree with you. Sexuality is something completely different. But again, alpha male is gonna feel a different way. This is X, Y, Z. This is the way it needs to be. But I'm about to get into that. Right before I do that, though, right? I got a question for you. Before what I'm about to do, did you realize that there was more male personalities than alpha and beta?
No, I did not. I only realized that when we were prepping.
Okay. All right. So before I go in, right, and do my teaching, what is an alpha to you? What is a beta to you? Historically.
For you,
alpha, from what you've heard.
Yeah, from what I've heard, Alpha Man, is of course he has the confidence, outgoing, top dog of everything. He's the leader. Definition of a true hands down leader, hands down. He's always in the forefront. Alpha Man. That's the number one definition that we've all heard. Beta, you got your A's and the B's, how people like to say it. B's is that guy's more quiet, chill, easygoing, not really fussing and fighting, all that good stuff. But he's not. I would say, they would say he's submissive, but I don't really look at it as submissive. I just look at it as less argumentative.
So that's the definition that you have over the years taken from Alpha and Beta.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I have no choice but to respect that. Let me give you the definition up until the point where I learned that there were more of my Alpha and Beta. And it's very clean, very simple. Alphas are the ones you want to be, and the betas were the simps. Stay away from them. We ain't trying to do that. That is how I was raised, hearing it. And then as I got deep into it and I started to learn what an alpha was, I'm paying attention to what alpha male energy is. And I'm like, it has its dope moments, but it comes off as too much of an asshole for me, even for my standards, because I'm a king asshole, but I'm just like, that's, you know what I mean? I'm just like, that's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at the beta males and I'm like, yeah, I can't live like that. But then there was things that they were doing that I was just like, nah, that's actually legit. That keeps your stress level low, So I always associated beta male with simp energy. That's the way it was taught to me. I always associated alpha male with the silverback gorilla. This is mine. I'll run this. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. It wasn't until a couple of years ago where I learned that there's actually not 2, but 6 male personality traits. Am I allowed to teach on here, brother?
Bro, go ahead and teach, because I'm ready to listen. You about to have me take some notes down. What you doing?
All right. So I'm going to start with the most obvious. An alpha male, right? Confident, outgoing leader. We call him the dominating leader, right? I want you to remember that. Dominating leader, alpha male, okay?
Hey, wait, but I noticed that you used the key word there, because we just said leader before. You said dominating leader. That's a different effect.
An alpha male has to be a dominating leader unless he's not an alpha male. It has to be dominating. It has to be uncontested. That's what alpha is.
Yep. Keep going.
Okay?
Keep going. Mm-hmm.
So, and mind you, I need y'all to understand this is coming all from a Greek, philosophy. So it has some times I haven't dug way too deep into the history, but it's on point. So a beta. This is not street terminology. This is exactly from I went into scholars, and Google scholars, all that stuff, and I put it together. Mm-hmm. Okay, me using my college, right? Big game, bro. So a beta is friendly, submissive, reserved. I put this in bold. Easygoing, most ideal husband. Okay. Historically, we have been told, I'm going to speak for myself. Historically, I have been told a beta male is a simp. It's something you never want to be. But now I'm starting to believe y'all don't want us to be a beta because y'all don't want us to be easygoing, ideal husband material for our wives. Let me eat. Yeah, no, we here now. We're going to get this in. Okay. I'm here now. We're going to get this in, Mike. Okay.
Come on, bro. Come on.
So what follows next is the gamma male. He is empathetic. He's eager. He's super aware of his actions and people's actions around him. But I ain't gonna do that. In bold, we call him the yes man. Okay. So for those of you that need to hear it again, he's empathy, the omega. He is self-driven. He's intelligent. Man, he has diversified interests. This is the odd one in the group. So if you got a group of guys, you can always pick him out. He's always out. Now,
keep going.
Odd doesn't mean he's the life of the party. You understand? Odd means like, fam, why is he wearing 2 color sneakers with 2 socks and then a 2 top on his head? Like he's It's odd. It's not normal. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that's an omega. A delta. They're resentful. They're self-sabotaging, and they're lonely most of the time. So in bold, you're in your head, you want to think these are the attention seekers, but it doesn't work. So you ever been in school and you had that kid that was wilding out and blacking out and saying certain things and cracking jokes, but the jokes weren't funny, and you turn around, you're like, yo, shut up. Like, yo, just relax. Like, chill out. I'm trying to, for the first time in a week, yo, we trying to learn. I don't know who was saying that
Facts.
in school, but I'm just saying, like,
Facts.
but you did have
Facts.
that one kid
Yeah.
that would try to fit in, and it just didn't work.
Yep.
That was a delta. Okay. Now we get to the one that I've been blasting y'all with for the past 3 episodes. The Sigma. This is the lone wolf. This man is self-confident. He's calculated. The downside, he's the cunning mastermind. So some of y'all are going to hear that and go, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it is. Cunning just is a nice word for manipulative. What's up? We here. I told you, I don't do the bias thing. I'm a realist. I'm real about mine, okay? The Sigmas are great. They're great to be around, but they can be manipulative. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna summarize it. Alpha, dominating leader. Beta, ideal husband. Gamma, yes man. Omega, I one in the group. Delta, attention seeker, doesn't work. Sigma, cunning mastermind. So Mike, let's skip the pleasantries, man. Which one do you feel I am? And I'll tell you which one I feel you are. And I'll make it even spicier for you. Men can go back and forth between one or two of these things.
Okay. All right.
So
all right.
So what I want you to do is give me the 2 you think I go back and forth between.
Ooh, all right. I gotta
Be as blunt as you need to be. Because it's gonna be a teaching moment.
All right. So I'm listening and looking at our notes, right? And I'm looking at this. And I know you from young to now, bro. Just
do your thing. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. When you say it, I'm not responding.
Okay.
I won't do no. We're not gonna do any responding to what we said until we do it afterwards.
All right, cool. So the 2 I think that you've been hitting to the other one all the previous episodes, and now listening you describe it in full perfect tense. Yes, that's definitely you. One is Sigma for sure, and then the other one, in my opinion, would be Beta, because people don't understand that's the other side of you that you click on when you need to. Mr. Friendly over there, easy going, most ideal husband.
Heard you. Okay. So the 2 that I feel you are, same concept. I'm gonna build it up the same way you just built it up. Knowing you for eons and decades, okay? Absolutely, 100% alpha male. Alpha male, okay? And you go from alpha to beta. Back and forth. Back and forth. And I only say the back and forth with the beta because I was fighting with that one for a while because I'm like, but the only reason I know it's true is because of the way you were raised by the women you were raised by. And it was like you were being groomed to be the ideal husband. And I used to, now that I'm looking at it in hindsight, I'm like, got it. Because there are moments like, even though you in alpha mode, you doing all of that, I got it. Don't worry about it. There's moments where the woman's touch will say something and you like, all right, okay. Like I watch it in real time and I'll be like, yo, what just happened, fam? Yeah. So those are my 2. I'm going alpha beta.
Bruh. That's hilarious. the way you said that. That's hilarious.
I'm just, I observe a lot. So now let's get to the nitty gritty.
Yes, sir.
Which two do you feel you are?
Whew, okay. All right. So I was going back and forth with a couple of these because I'm like, the crazy thing is like I wasn't even looking at beta as much. Like I did look at beta, but I'm like, all right, yeah, that could be me. But like then I could also be like a gamma kind of guy because I am kind of into my emotions. And I do get super eager sometimes.
Mm.
And I am aware of my actions. And like you said, the yes man, I was always the one willing to do. I kind of thought that was me, but
it's all about you, bro. There's no right or wrong answer, bro.
it's no right or wrong answers. Like I can honestly see I can be between three or four of these things. And the alpha male energy, definitely. And the crazy thing is the alpha male energy, and it's not like I'm trying to dominate. It just comes off that way naturally.
That's what I'm saying. So we're gonna agree that alpha is definitely one.
Oh yeah, alpha is definitely one of them,
right.
Hands down.
You gotta dig deep on this episode and pick a two, not a 3, 4, a 2.
Yeah, I know, a 2. All right, let me. Friendly, submissive, reserved, easygoing.
I want the listeners, while he's doing that, I want y'all to understand, the viewers, I want y'all to understand, this is what I do in therapy too. I force you right then and there in that moment. I don't care how uncomfortable it is. We're going to do this. We're going to soul search, and it's happening right here on out. So y'all seeing this live. Go ahead, Mike.
Bro, yeah, I have to agree with you. I would have to go with beta because here's the why. So most people when they see me, right? It goes back to the stuff we said in previous seasons and previous episodes. See me on a football field, I'm hyped. You see me when I'm mime and I'm dancing, I don't do it on purpose, but I'm always in the front. Right? At work, sometimes, depending on if it's a presentation or not, or where it is, I'm always in the front. I'm first line of defense. Right? I'm just this is just me and avenues. At a party, I'm the one in the middle of the circle. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Front, leader, dominating, outgoing, confident. Boom. But then most people don't see me when I'm outside those realms and realize that I keep to myself and I'm usually mad chill. And I'm like, okay, I'm reserved. I think about stuff. I'm reserved. Most people don't realize, like, people think I'm hyped 24/7. Nope. I get quiet. Steph, for instance, knew I was always loud, crazy. I could be going. It was not until she moved in with me that she realized that I had a quiet, calm demeanor sometimes. And I'm not always like that, but I do have it.
Respect.
So, yeah, I have to, I agree with you. I have to go alpha beta.
Alpha beta. Okay. All right. So for me, it's definitely sigma omega.
Explain.
Hear me out. So this one right here is going to cause people to either stop rocking with me or really go, damn, that was a deep insight into himself. So as a man, right, since we're talking about what is a man, I feel like a lot of men got to do a deeper soul searching of who you are and not who you want to be. Two different things. You understand? Because who I want to be is alpha, sigma, and things like that. But that's not who I am. I'm not gonna go into a situation and beat my chest. I'm cool on all that. Like, I can take it there, but I'm not doing it. But you said I was a sigma beta. Let me tell you why I'm not a beta. The friendly thing is a ruse. It's a mask that I put on because I don't want to be here. I don't like y'all. Okay.
The cunning mastermind. All right. I'm about to go. I'm about to see where
I'm about to be real. I'm having a real moment with you, Mike, on this podcast so everybody can hear, so they can understand what it is with me. I can't be a beta because I'm not a truly friendly person. All I think about is really violence. I don't really like your face. You got a punchable face. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying this. These are the type of thoughts.
I know. I'm thinking about what you're saying. Go ahead.
All right. So submissiveness, right? So when we speak about submissiveness, it's supposed to be in regards to your wife, but it also can be in regards to the world. Bro, you've known me for a long time. When have I submitted to the world? I don't do it. I'm naturally a rebel, right? And reserved. That's the one that tripped you up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that's the one that tripped you up because you looked at the word reserved and you was like, oh, that's just. But Mike, if I told you in the 20 plus years that you've known me that you were wrong, I'm gonna blow your mind.
Go ahead. No, I wouldn't be shocked if I was though.
Watch this, Mike. I promise you I'm about to blow your mind. Mike, out of the brotherhood, I am the least reserved individual. I am actually the most hype individual out of the brotherhood. I just don't show it on the drop of a dime. You have actually seen it in pockets and in spurts, and you'll be like, damn, bro. Okay. And then you'll get hyper, because you're hype already, right? But when I step out into hyperactivity, you like, hold on, just outside. And it's enough. Now we're on another level. Now we in Saturn. You understand? You see what I'm saying? I'm not actually a reserved person. It's just I keep that mask on because everybody don't deserve it. And you know me. And you know me, like, I'm actually not an easygoing person. I'm just, all right, whatever. You got it. I'm still gonna do what the fuck I want to do though, and that's where the Sigma kicks in. You got it. I'm not being easygoing at all. I'm not about to argue with you because I am a lone wolf. I don't have the time. So Sigma, Omega. Omega's a self-driven. They're intelligent. They got diversified interests. Bro, we didn't have a music podcast with Advocate on here, and he was looking at me like I was crazy. He was like, bro, you went to the 70s, the 80s, 90s, you went to rock, and it's like you diversify, bro. You from the hood. You're not supposed to know all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
If you look at our brotherhood, who's the odd one in the group?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because y'all will all step out and y'all will have the flyest of the flyest on. I'll step out with a t-shirt, some jeans, and some Nikes. Do not get that confused. That doesn't mean this Gemini cannot go in the closet and put on some, like, chill. You got to be cool. It's just that's how, if you're a Gemini, you understand exactly what I'm about to say. We just do not care. We will literally get up and get dressed and come outside. And then when we feel like going and stunting on you, we will put something on. And it'll be the lightest thing that we got in that closet because we actually got a killer wardrobe, but we just don't put it together. We don't care enough right now.
That's mini. That was mini.
Right now, in this moment, we don't care until we care. How you feel about these 6 personalities, bro?
Yo, it's enlightening. It's crazy when I think about it, and then I like you said, I look back to the dynamics of the brotherhood, and I'm like, yo, all right, so this is where we fall, bow, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And then how stuff cross, because, like, honestly, and hear me out, I'm gonna say we only have one other person that has alpha energy
out of the group.
Yep.
Yeah. Because if you look at the brother has a collective, you talking about that are alive.
Yes.
Okay.
That are alive. Yeah. No, that are alive. Okay. I'm saying there's only one other person that has alpha energy, but technically alpha is his secondary. It's not his first.
There you go. Yeah. And I want to reiterate, there is no wrong or right. Alphas aren't terrible people. It's your preferences. Yeah. But I just need men to understand. Don't look at these and go, I want to be that. I'm going to push myself to be that. You can, but it's not natural. If it's not who you are, stop. Don't force it. But this is my personal opinion. I'm just a human. You know what I mean? Throw my opinion to the wayside, but just be true to who you are. Whoever you are, that is what it is.
and that's where it will shine. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, facts.
Because when you said what you said to me, bruh, I was just started thinking, I'm like, yo, he right though. And I see it. It's like and the crazy thing is I was going back and forth. I'm looking at all these traits. I'm like, yo, I could be this, I could be that, but I'm like, he right though.
Bro, you know, it's just part of the Sigma trait, man. We gotta watch everything. We see y'all. Calculated, man.
Respect.
Hey,
Respect.
I got a huge question for you.
All right.
What examples of men were you given? And then, based off of those examples, when did you decide to forge your own path? Or did you say, I'm going to mimic these men?
So for me, and I think this go for a lot of guys. We have several examples growing up. Some better than others, some more impactful than others. And so for me, I had both sides of the coin. I saw both sides of the coin. I'm gonna say this, and this is no, I am not bashing my father. This is from my perspective, guys.
Respect.
Growing up with my father in my household, I saw certain things and I did not agree with them. Specifically, how I treated my mother, specifically the way he handled the bills and whatnot, and where he put his money to. I didn't agree with some of that stuff. So a lot of that stuff to me was a no-no. Right. But then I also had the examples of men in my church, at school, who personified what I believe a man should have been, doing everything in his ability, or taking care of everything that he's responsible to the best of his abilities. Like I'll throw Mr. Ferrer. There's bunch of stuff with Mr. Ferrer that I know that me and you have hung on to. We may not agree with everything that he said and did, but there was a handful of things that he taught us that we held on to. Like he was an example. Another teacher, Mr. Kuzi Wanza, R.I.P. man. But Mr. Kuzi, the way he handled himself in certain conversations and discussions, like I'm almost sure we've all picked up like different pieces from him when we're in school. Like, so like these examples of men is crazy. Mr. T, how he's a minister, reverend at my church before he died, Mr. T, R.I.P. The way he loved the Lord, man, it was just eye-boggling for me. Like I was like, a man that gives himself, like he had so many points where he could have went left just from his life story, and like for him to be that example, I'm like, wow. Even Councilman Davis, even though he's not a councilman no more, his experiences enlightened me. So like I had all those different examples growing up, and there's plenty others that I'm not gonna name them all, but when I decided to forge my own path, the thing
or did you follow a path?
No, I decided to forge my own. I tried to look for someone to emulate and follow, but
that's honest.
To me, a lot of those guys fell short at different points when I needed it the most. So it wasn't like I wouldn't say it was a slap in the face, but it was like a moment of clarity and reality that all men have their strengths and their weaknesses. And it's up to us to decide our path and take the traits or lessons that we've learned to build what we think needed to forge ahead. So yeah, I would honestly say I began to forge my own path probably my second or third year of college.
Okay. What kind of
What about
question you got? Huh?
What about you, sir? Come on now. I ain't gonna let you slide.
I had men in my life. I'm good and bad. Good and bad. I would definitely say more bad than good. Definitely had granddaddy. Shout out to granddaddy, RP. You know, that's love is love. That was to me, that was the ultimate example. For me personally. Y'all know me and my father's relationship was like super rocky. And then we came back around later in my life as an adult, and now we very cordial, is very love. But when it was a blank there, it was the streets. It was it was big homies and dudes that were considered OGs who I found out were younger than my father, you know what I mean? Like, and they only 10, 20 years, away from you, but they would teach you certain things. Most of it, not so good. A lot of it, though, if you be open-minded to it, you'll hear certain things. You just be like, okay, that's good game. Like, hey, never treat a lady like this. You do it like this. And then they would follow it up with some BS. And I'm like, oh, damn, that's manipulative as hell. Like, that's not why I want to do it. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? Like, so, but if I'm being real with you, man, a lot of the things that I learned about being a man, yes, I learned it from the streets and my grandfather. But between me and you and the rest of the people listening, man, my mama.
Yo, and when you said that, I was just like, hold on, I done missed out. I done missed Keish.
Yeah, like because people. So a lot of things I said, right? A woman can't teach a man how to be a man, right? And I'm not going against that. These are facts. There's just certain things that a man has that he has to teach another man, right? But you know how I feel about women, right? Women are like, again, this is just me. I feel like they are the cream of the crop. They're the top of the top. They can go into masculinity and femininity. A male can do it too, but he can't stay in one too long without getting pushed out and stuck in the other. A female, she can go into masculinity for like 15 hours and then dip back into masculinity for another 15 hours and nothing has changed. She's still her. A man, not so much. He's going to be stuck over there and he's going to be on that side for a while. And then that's when you get, hiding in the closet. Now I'm talking too much. My bad. Anyway, listen, hear me out, bro. Hear me out, okay? Because people not ready for that. My mother taught me that still to this day I do this. When you walk down the street with a young lady, regardless if she's older than you or younger than you,
walk on the outside.
You walk on the outside. And I used to ask him, I'm puzzled. I'm like, why? Why I gotta do that? Like, it's a free country. You understand? Why we supposed to be equal? And she hit me with the wisest word. She's like, son, we ain't never gonna be equal. At the end of the day, they always gonna gun for you first because you are the threat. So what you need to do is stick your chest up, stick it on the outside. So if a car hits that curb, you can push her out the way and you lay down your life for that woman. You know me, I'm inquisitive. I'm like, what if she don't deserve that? Of course, I got it slapped, but still, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. I'm asking real questions here, okay? And it's just one of those things where people don't look at it from that perspective. A woman can teach a man a lot, bro. So a lot of the game that I got was my mom, and then I took pieces from the homies from the block, my grandfather, even my father, and my uncles and things like that. And I was taking and doing what being meticulous and shaping,
stitching it up.
Yeah. But I never wanted to be
exactly
someone else, right? I wanted to emulate traits that they had, but I never wanted to be that person. I think the closest I ever got to like, yo, I would actually want to do that was like Nas. And that was for like maybe like 2-3 months. Because Nas was just wilding at one point. And I was just like, bro, like
that was Young Just.
Yeah. I was like, yo, Nas is the man, bro. So, but yeah, to answer that, man, that's where I was at with it, bro. And I just think we all got to be a little bit more open-minded as men. Like, take the information that you get and forge your own path. You do not have to be your father. You do not have to be your sperm donor. Whatever you label the person as. Like, You are not
Facts.
the sins of your father. I need people to understand that. Like, it's not, like Mike said, it is not a generational curse. It's a generational consequence. You can change that by making a choice. Am I saying anything out of pocket, Mike?
You did not, sir. You did not.
Okay. All right. So who has the final say on what a man is?
Honestly, final say on what a man is.
Mm-hmm.
Who has it? I have an answer or two.
Okay.
One, I'm gonna go my spiritual religious route, of course. No, well, maybe not religious, but spiritual. The man upstairs, final say. That's my beliefs on that. And then truly here on this earth, or final say what a man is. See, people might take this the wrong way.
It's all good.
No,
We're here for it.
it's definitely in context of what the man upstairs says what a man is, one. And then two, I think it goes back to what we said in the beginning with those different traits. It's living up to, like I said, living up to the responsibilities that man has to the best of his abilities. Now, that's the definition of a man, but of course, there's levels to it. So people have to understand there are good men and there are bad men, but is everything in between because there's levels to it. You know, not all good men are extremely good all the time. They do make their bad mistakes. I mean, now I'm just using these words good and bad as of right now because everyone thinks everything is black and white. But there are bad men who do a lot of bad things, but have their good moments. So it's living up to your responsibilities to the best of your ability. My definition of a man.
So if I'm hearing this right, God has the final say so in the spiritual realm. On the worldly realm, who has the final say so?
Oof. See, that's a touchy subject because I'm thinking about it like people, because we're in this day and age where we're talking about transgender men and women, and people are like, oh, man is this, I feel like a man, blah blah blah, or I feel like a woman. I'm like, that's taking a whole another route to it, but I'm like,
Mike, I feel like you're being nice about it, bro.
I'm being nice, but I don't think I'm being nice. I'm just I don't want to say the wrong words that it comes out crazy.
I bet. I'll say it. I have nothing to lose. I don't care.
No. It's not that I don't have anything to lose. It's just people hear my words and misconstrue what I say. And I know this because I say stuff in a certain manner that people don't understand. I know what I'm trying to say, but sometimes I don't articulate it the proper way that I need to.
But I don't feel like you should spend your life striving to articulate your words, unless it's an articulate debate happening. But if you're just going to express yourself free-flowingly, that's what it should be accepted as. And whether it's, somebody feels right or wrong, that's their response. As long as it's coming from, I teach people all the time, bro. As long as it's coming from a peaceful, loving state, and that's your truth, express it. But I'm gonna answer the question, I promise you. Spiritually, I agree with you. I think the Most High is in control of that. I ain't gonna go too deeper than saying that because there's a whole philosophy I got that I went into in season 2 with the womb man, and I'm like, it's cool. All right. In the world, though, the worldly sense, social media. Social media is single-handedly in control of what a man is. Because if you go on social media today and they tell you real men wear skirts, guess what? You're going to have a whole population of people in 2022 put on a skirt and go, yeah, this real man activity. If you ain't wearing no skirt, you just ain't no real man. I'm a Sigma. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. No problem. No problem. No problem. That doesn't.
I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? That doesn't define who I am as a real man. Now there are a select dying few of us who are in the category. I'm not talking about personality traits. I'm talking about people, men, humans that describe themselves as men, because you brought up transgender. And I believe that that's very true. You do have people that were born females that feel like they are men, and they transition over and they are part of the man category. Because I've met some of them, and some of them are harder than me, and I'll be like, bro, you got it. You got it, big homie, right? But I think there's a small portion of us that still stand on what we stand on, which is me. I decide what a man is.
Okay.
Not social media. But I want to go on record. That's a small population now. Now in 2022, the mass majority of people feel like whatever social media says a man is, that's what it is. Whatever social media says a woman is, that's what it is. So if a woman has to pop her, get down on her knees and shake it a couple of times, that's what a woman is in social media. If a man got to go on there, grab his stuff and flex and, alpha male energy, that's what a man is. You understand?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just my thoughts.
I'm with you on that. I get. Yeah.
So let's have a little fun.
Oh, here we go.
It's gonna be dark, but it's gonna be still fun. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
If someone had to describe you long after you leave this place, right? What two celebrities would they say you were a mix of? They don't even got to be celebrities. Famous people.
I gotta think about this. Think about this. So one individual that I'm gonna bring up is deceased, but I kind of feel his energy all the time, because like most people would think that I tell the world all my business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an open book, but I'm really not. Like I'm starting to like let outsiders know with this podcast with them and stuff, because it comes to territory. But more times than not, most people don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. So I would say one of the individuals is Chadwick Boseman, because the way Chadwick handled himself, because Chadwick showed so many different facets of him on screen, people didn't know what he was really about. And as we all know, no one knew he had cancer until he ultimately left us.
Wow. Okay.
That's one celebrity.
Damn, you got me, bro. Okay.
And then the other celebrity that I would bring up is Denzel Washington. And the reason why I choose Denzel is also the same thing why I chose Chadwick, kind of multifaceted individual that he shows on screen, but it's probably one of the most homo persons that you can come to meet, because all the side stories, all the people Denzel done help, and people don't even know it until later on. Like, did most people really know that Denzel paid for Chadwick and a bunch of other kids when they were at Howard to go abroad? That's only recently been found out. This happened years ago, decades ago. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I can show you one side of me, but I'm doing this on the back end.
Damn, bro, that was deep, bro. that was deep, bro. That was so deep that I had to kiss. Me and him have a lot in common, but it's not enough. Thanks to the way you just described Chadwick and the way you just described Denzel or yourself, I got to change from Jadakiss and I got to go Andre 3000.
Ooh. Explain, because I have an idea, but explain.
He is the embodiment of a Sigma Omega. Even though he was in Outkast, he was a lone wolf. He was self-confident. He was calculating. A lot of those Outkast albums were him. That was him calculating. Aquemini. Like, he came up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. it's a whole span of what's went with that. And then you can definitely call him an Omega because what are you wearing, Andre? Andre wore the craziest. Sometimes he was a matador, like you know what I mean. Players ball. He had on a Irish kilt. Tomorrow, I got Irish in my blood. Like, bro, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Andre 3000 for sure. Like he's out the box. He's funny. He's charismatic, and then easy. He's a Gemini. Like no day. And then my follow up. I think this one's gonna come out of left field for a lot of people, and I'm standing on this. Red Fox.
No holds bar. I see where you going with it. I see where you going with it.
Red Fox, and not just the character that he played as Sanford and Son, you know, Fred Sanford. I'm talking about actual Red Fox. Like if you paid attention to him in movies, if you paid attention to his interviews and things, like he really was active. This is who he was, bro. He had a cigarette in his mouth. You know what I mean? I'm gonna marry who I want to marry. Dude was married 4 times. Family, like he was on one, bro. He was on one. I'm not condoning that. I'm just telling you that's the beat of his own tune. You know,
Drum,
yeah, bro. Like, so I got to go Andre and Red Fox.
Respect.
Anything else you got for the listeners? What is a man?
Like we've both said in the beginning, and we kind of reiterating that it's what you think the definition of man is, but at the same time, consider a man who is taking care of his responsibilities to the best of his abilities and to the specifics that the neighborhood therapist dropped in the beginning, because I can't remember all the damn words he said earlier. So go rewind, listen, jot them down. Bam.
I'm gonna say it just like this. You better decide who you're gonna be very quickly in this world as a man, especially as a black man. You need to decide who you want to be very quickly, and then be that individual. And then I need you to also either look in the mirror, do some shadow work, or go get a black therapist that can understand where you're coming from, so that you can decide and really figure out who it is that you are, not who you want to be. You see, I'm giving you the blueprint. Go ahead and figure out who you want to be first.
Yep.
Be that individual. And then as you're moving along, you're going to notice that things are not moving in the direction that you like, or you're getting the things that you want, but it's not to the level that you want. That just means that you need to look in the mirror and do some soul searching and figure out who you actually are. Then combine the two. Forge your own path.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna get off of here. So James Brown.
Ooh, oh,
James Brown. All right. I understand that this is what is a man. Okay. And we couldn't do what is a woman because we are men. It's not for us to speak on. But I need to make this very, very clear. You know how I feel about my queens, and I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm getting off. James Brown said, "This is a man's world."
I knew he was coming with it.
Right,
I knew he was coming with it.
Hold on. Let me. He said, "This is a man's world," and I truly believe that, because the meek shall inherit the earth, and we're meek. It don't matter how strong you think we are, how much of a provider we are. We meek. But he said it would be nothing without a woman or a girl. Oh, James Brown knew as much as I can't talk about it there, man. As wild as he was, as much as he loved women, he knew, like I knew, woman is supreme. I'm gone.
Whoa. You see y'all next week.